Hey everybody, it's your Large Badger Media. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we got a little something here, a little eBay special, little Wilds of Eldraine draft boosters. I'm a little sus with this actually, so I opened it up, and it's got the Wizards thing on the top, and there's a thick seal, but there's no Wizard stuff on the bottom. I don't know if that's usual or not, but you see it, Wizards, 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 and then it stops abruptly right here, where this is all sealed on three sides essentially, and on the bottom, no Wizard wrapping. So this is pretty sus. So I'm going to open it. It looks like it's been kind of cracked here. We'll see what's in there. I'm hoping it's not going to be, Jajo cards or whatever. So we shall see. But I do think this is a refilled box. So we shall see. It says it was new when I bought it on there, and this is boxes. Looks like it's definitely been opened. Well, there's the paper, and there's the boosters. It's a little bit, so it should be 36 because this is a draft box. We'll just count and see if we got 36. I mean, it looks full. It looks okay. Maybe this isn't all the same. Maybe they refilled it with other Eldraine boosters. Maybe they took a few open boxes and refilled it. I don't know. Well, there's enough boosters in there. They're all Wilds of Eldraine boosters. They don't look like they've been opened or anything. I opened it easily, but not too easily. There's Eldraine cards. There's a rare. And these are draft boosters. So okay, well, it seems okay. It was definitely weird looking and sus, very sus looking. So hey, let me know. Like, I haven't ever opened a draft of these. I've opened some sets in the past of these, but this is my first draft booster on these. And good price on it and all that stuff. But I was definitely concerned I was getting some, Transformer cards or some old school Star Wars cards from the 80s or something on here. That was pretty wild. Okay, well, it all seems to be okay. I still don't know, it still could be one of those situations where, maybe they did get a few, boxes that were already opened and married them all together and resealed it. I don't know. I don't know. But everything seems to be in there. At least it's full of packs, so I guess it doesn't matter if it's necessarily all from the same box or not. So, yeah, that was a thing. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and start opening this and kind of see what we got here. Sorry about that weirdness at the beginning there. Hopefully you're able to fast forward if, it's a little bit too weird for you. So like I said, these are draft boxes. And but this is an amazing product. I'm glad people are starting to see the value in this product. So here we go with a rare from Showcase and another Curiosity. So 2 Curiosities in a row there. But it's a great product, and it has the Fairy Magic print in there as well. That has all the extra cards, and if you get the if you get a set box of these, then it also has the list still. Because like I say, this is a draft. So there's a great card. Oh, there's a great Nature's Will. So here's our... Oh, wow. It had 3 in it for a draft. That's not too bad, right? Draft box had 3 rares in it. So we had the End, which is a good card. I played that on Arena quite a bit. We have the Anime Nature's Will in the non-foil. And then a foil Charming Scoundrel. So not necessarily the best card in the world, but a decent one nonetheless. And, that's... to pull 3 rares in a draft pack is pretty cool. So as per normal, I'm not going to spend, I think I said this already, a lot of time on the common and commons here. So there's another double. See, I mean, like your pull rate in this set right here, in the Fairy Magic one, is pretty good. So there's a Rest in Peace and a Moss Knight Dread Knight, which is a decent card, especially if you're playing that. I think is it Grixis. It's the green-black. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't play that color a lot, so that's not one of the names that sticks with me. So, yeah, this set's been around for a little while now, and like I said, I mean, it's a really good set. I've had a lot of luck with it. I pulled a lot of, a lot of good pulls here. That being said, I don't think I've ever hit the doubling season in here, but that's okay. Maybe today's the day, right? So, but these are, if you've been looking at these online or thinking about buying these, the price on these has shot up quite a bit. Like when I was just looking, back at this one, but that I bought here, I noticed that the price of these had gone up to for the set ones had gone up to like 150, 160, 170, which is just crazy. Because when these came out, they were like in the this is one of the first ones that was in that like 115, 120 range for set boxes. And these were still, I think, running at like 99 or something for a draft box. I didn't pay much more than that on this particular one. This draft box, I think I paid about 120 or so, which is not, ideal. But, considering that this has gone up so much, I think it was a fair price. Like I said, when I was looking, the one I was looking at for a set box of this was running 180, 179.99. So it's just crazy that this has gone up so much. But I think people see it. And the next one that's going to shoot up like this is going to be OTR. It's going to be, OTJ. It's going to be Outlaws, the Thunder Junction, because it's a very similar product to this. Like this product was real, like everybody was all about the collector boosters and those like cosmic foils or whatever they're called. But like, man, this whole set is good. Like you got a good pull rate in here. And there's a good selection of stuff you get, even especially with the Fairy Magic, print sheet, and even the set had a lot of good hits in it. So yeah, Outlaws Thunder Junction is gonna be the next one that's gonna go shoot up. I think it's also a very undervalued set. Prices on the box are great for like the value you get out of it. You still get a ton of of mythics out of it. Like I'm still pulling anywhere between 16 and up to like 20 mythics out of a box between the two extra print sheets out of there, the breaking news and the vault. I mean, they're good cards. You get like Mandrain out of there, which is still holding its a pretty good price, and some other good cards out of there. So yeah, but this set too, like I said, I mean it's still got a lot of value for what you get. I mean, you're gonna pull close to box value for even, I think, even like a moderate box, just between the two, the two print sheets, the regular print sheet and the Fairy Magic sheet. There are a few good uncommons in here as well. There's the Sleep Cursed Fae, Tangible Virtue, and look at this. There you go, a borderless Rhystic Study foil. I mean, this box is this box is fire. This set is fire, man. And I have pulled a couple Rhystic Studies out of here. I'd forgotten Rhystic Study was in here. I mean, like, bro, how are you gonna beat that? Like, how good of a pull is that? So yeah, man, I still think if you can get these for a good price, even the draft boxes, you should pick this up, because like you see, even though it's a draft box, you're gonna get one regular rare or mythic, right? So this is not even the best mythic right here, but here we go. Okay, but you also got this print sheet, right? What I got, so here we go. I just double mythic out of this particular one here in a draft box. So hey man, who's complaining about that? So here we go, last one, and this one has 3 mythics, including a foil one, which doesn't count in the normal number of mythics. And I don't remember what a normal mythic count is in this, although I haven't opened a lot. Like I said, I've never opened a draft box of this. But in the set boxes, I believe it was around 6 or 7 mythics, maybe a little bit more than that, considering you have that extra print sheet. So here's your Lich Knight's Conquest and a Leyline of the Void. So not too shabby there. And, if you like playing fairies, and this was a great follow-up. So if you really liked throwing a Veldraine, like I really enjoyed throwing a Veldraine. I know it's the newest of the, like, I guess the, like, modern way that Magic cards go now. And it was the first one of those, so here you go. I knew there was a couple good uncommons. So here's one of them right here. This is still a few bucks. Oh, and then there's the Moonshaker Cavalry, another great mythic right there. And then couple other things there, and like some good, just playable cards in that slot, like Raven Barman, Goblin, I can't think what it's called now. Some of the, like, the green cards. I'm trying to think, I can't think of any of the names right now, but you've been watching me pull this, and like it just has, it just has amazing cards in it. This is a good card. I run into this card quite a bit. Oversold Cemetery, Bramble Familiar, another 3-pack with a foil rare. It's my second foil rare here, and this one's a showcase. I mean, fantastic. I don't know if that card's great, but you got Oversold Cemetery, right? Like another one. It's not, like a high value card, but it's another great playable card, depending on what kind of deck you're running. So, you can say that about, I guess any rare, but Stab Wound, another card I see quite a bit on Arena that people run. So, yeah, I mean, look, here we are. Like, I'm about halfway through the box, and I mean, my rare and mythic count is just like it's off the hook, man. And you can say, well, you're not going to get anything else. I mean, people over the product probably know better. But if you haven't, you're like, hey, man, then you're probably not getting much else in this box. But I disagree with you. Like, here we got Forced Fruition and the Lich Knight's Conquest. So another great card right there. Especially if we're trying to draw lots of cards. It's more of a, like if you're playing standard, more of a kind of a, can be a mid to late game card there. But if you're trying to run people out of cards, or if you have a Shelly out or something like that, then that card's just ridiculous. So there's the Goose Mother. If you're playing some food decks, Vampiric Rites, another good playable. I still see that card quite a bit. Another great card to use. Like I run a red-black sack deck on Arena. That's a lot of fun to play. So that's a good card that can be in there. Here we go. Mythic Borderless Ashiok, the Wicked Manipulator. Then we got Curiosity again for about the third or fourth time here. And then we have the Stockpiling Celebrant for our foil. And notice on that, and if you notice, like not every pack has a foil in it. Now there's a lot of foils, but not every pack has a foil in it. So that's also something that's kind of interesting about this particular set. And I don't see a lot of collector boxes of these around. I mean, you say, well, they're still floating around. Here's the land. Land cycle is okay in this. There's a Nature's Will there, so that's good, Nobody's going to complain about a Nature's Will. Again, another really good playable card. And I'm like, 2 columns deep here on rares. And I'm not even through the second column of the actual box itself yet. So, pretty amazing. Feral Encounter. Impact Tremors again. So, you're going to get lots of copies of these playables, but that's the way that kind of rolls sometimes. So, yeah, am I happy with this? Yeah. Do I play Impact Tremors and like a token deck? Absolutely. I don't know if anybody else runs a red-white token deck, but those are lots of fun. Get like War Leader's Call and some of those Impact Tremors and start throwing out bunny tokens. And you can do, and there's another, it's not a great mythic, but another mythic right there with that and a Leyline of Abundance. So, second Leyline here. And what are we at? 6th mythic? Yeah, and our 6th mythic. And we're down to just the last couple packs of this. Yeah, man, those are, and you can get all those mercenaries out, which is a lot of fun if you play a red-white token deck, especially if you're running, like that particular card in there to blast people for 1 point at a time. I think some people find it annoying, but it is a winnable strategy. It is a winnable strategy. All right, here we go. Last pack here in the second column. Let's see what we can get. And we got the Pollen Shield here. So, it's another thing you can throw into your green-white rabbit decks. If you're running a rabbit deck or token deck. And this is the showcase version. I'm going to move stuff around here. And a Dark Tutelage, another good uncommon card that does, does some work. Another good playable there. All right, here we go. Last column. Let's see how much more we can get out of here. We should have at least a couple more mythics. If we're going to have I guess what I would consider an average box of this. Like I said, I don't have really anything to compare it to other than the set boxes. Oh, there's the whale. Okay, Spreading Seas. Another decent, playable there. But, I think I should get a couple more mythics out of here. We'll see if I have any more multi-packs. And there's Ariette, the Charmed Apple. So speaking of, there's another Mythic. And Utopia Sprawl, another good uncommon playable there from the Fairy Magic. And we got the Huntsman's Redemption there. And Hatching Plans. Oh, another foil rare. So we got the Elusive Otter. So another one if you're playing a blue otter deck. Another good playable there. I run an otter deck. Does anybody else run an otter deck? And I'd run a red blue otter deck. But you know, they're fun to play. Especially if you do a little bit of prowess in there. Cards, here we go with the Ingenious Prodigy. And another Mythic with a Blood Moon. Definitely take that. Got a couple of these, but you know, hey, it's a Blood Moon. Like I said, it's another really good playable card in the Fairy Magic. In this case, another Mythic. And, you know, so I got 2 Mythics now out of the Fairy Magic, print sheet. It's fantastic. I'll definitely take those. And here we go. Got the Raging Battle Mouse. That's right, I've forgotten he was in this set. So there you go. If you're playing with a mouse deck. Although I've seen those less and less. I'm not seeing as many of the mouse decks. I thought I'd see a lot more of those red and white mouse decks, but they've definitely kind of tapered off a bit. I'm kind of back seeing a variety, and it may just be the time I play. I play a lot at night, so you know, during the day, there's the Decadent Dragon. During the day, maybe people play more of the, you know, the common sets. I guess I don't know if they're common decks or whatever, but kind of feel that way. I feel they're a lot more common. I mean, it makes more sense. It's an easy one to play. Kind of easy to get those cards that have good synergy than it is to come up with some, you know, some other decks, maybe some non-creature decks, or see lots of stuff like that where people come with interesting into up the beanstalk. And there's an Elvis Archivist. Okay, and another rare. We got Oppression for another Fairy Magic. And we're down to just a handful more here. I mean, I've been pretty happy with this overall. I have no complaints with my pulls here. I definitely feel like I've gotten my my money back on this box. Even though I was a little concerned at the beginning with my Rotisserie Elemental, yeah, man, it's been a good box. No complaints. So I don't feel like it was tampered with. If it's tampered with, they put good packs in there. So I'm not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. I'm just glad it wasn't G.I. Joe cards, right? Alright, here we go. Just this last few here. You know, and feel free to subscribe if you like seeing, you know, stuff. Whoa! 2 Moonshakers in the same box. Holy smokes. Like, again, nobody's complaining about that. I will definitely take that. I will definitely take 2 Moonshakers. So there we go, last 3. What else? Oh, another Ristic Study. If I can get just a regular Ristic Study now, right? I got my foil one, so the regular one should be on a different sheet. And we got Yenna, the Red Tooth Regent. And we got Vampiric Rites. And Garruk's Uprising, which is weird. I haven't pulled that yet. I usually pull a bajillion of those. But today, I'm pretty sure it's the first one. You know, let me comment. I mean, yeah, let me know. You know, if you saw another one, but I'm pretty sure that was the only one that I've gotten today, which is just crazy. I usually pull, you know, a bajillion of those. Another good card. Monster Trade just played quite a bit, especially in those, you know, decks where you. Oh, here's a second land, and another rare. Mana Flare. How cool! Going old school. So there's a Mana Flare. Great card. Great old school card. So here we go. Last Chance Romance. Let's see. One more Ristic Study for the road. Or doubling season. I would definitely take that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regular mythics plus our foil mythic. So I'm right about, you know, what I think it would consider an average box here. So let's see what we get. We got a Werefox. Oh yeah, I hadn't seen him yet. I usually get one or two of him. One more rare. We got Copy Enchantment. Is that it? And that's it. So there you go. One more double up. Copy Enchantment's a great card. If you play a Shrine deck, man, those are nasty. So there you go. Overall, very pleased. I'm so glad this wasn't full of G.I. Joe cards. I was not going to have to go through the whole thing with eBay and, like, you know, protest and etc., etc., etc. So, like I said, leave me a like and a subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you really think, and I'll talk to you next time.